in there, or does it only start recording when people come in here? That's gonna be embarrassing. In here laughing by myself. Woo. Oh, come on now. There we are. I'm live. Okay. Gonna mute this. One watching. That's me. Oh, what a loser. It's like there's nobody here. Everybody's over in the Doomsday Queen. Oh, there's people dropping in. Can I ask what this event is supposed to be on November 4th, November 1st? Yeah, man, it's in the news. So that's the start of the. There's no funding for SNAP, so that would include SNAP, EBT, I think WIC, and some other services. So a lot of people who depend on that money won't have that money to buy groceries or do whatever they're supposed to do with that money. So Jeremy's in the house. What's up? B is like, I'm here. Hello. What's the topic tonight? Yeah, I need to get better at that. Glad you liked. Evil Twin says, glad you liked the cheat sheet. It needs a little refinement, but it's pretty close. Yeah, Twin, I was thinking some graphics, right? Yeah, and you asked me for those, so I'll try and email you some of the graphics that I use in that. I see your twin hanging on the pegboard. What? He's closer than that. He's actually on the compass. Cornelius, Yukon Cornelius. Yeah, he's old and worn out. This is from CVS. Still had the tag on it. He sold it to me for $15, but it still had the tag on it for $7 from CVS. But that must have been in like 1992. I just came over from the Doomsday Queens live broadcast, so I hope I'm not. I saw a Little Red Hen in there, so I hope I'm not. I don't want to take people from her live. She's got a good one too. She stays on for hours. I can't compete with that. I can only do like an hour. I just fed my wife, so I've bought myself some time. But Tig, wow, I made a live. You did make a live. Usually it's on Sunday nights. Ish. Yeah. What's the topic tonight? I got a new backpack. That could be the topic. That's a lame topic though, huh? Jumped in at the beginning. We'll watch until I have to leave for work. Old Soldier, what's up, Old Soldier? I don't know. You guys pick the topic. What do you want to talk about? The coming impending food crisis, doom, all that. Little Red Hen. I can always watch hers tomorrow morning. I thought about like dropping a note in there, but that's bad form on YouTube, right? You're like, hey, I'm starting a live also over somewhere else. Like, no, that's douchey. So I wouldn't do that. Yeah, she's got a great, her lives are really great. She goes for hours. Like last time I was on there last week and we were in there till like 10:30 or something. It was crazy, but it was real casual. There was like 16 people. It was good. At the end, that late in the night. She starts pretty hot though. Little Red Hen, 77. I feel like we're close in age, Little Red Hen. Watching on your Xbox? You play Xbox, Little Red Hen? Thoughts on long-term meal supply buckets like ReadyWise and Mountain House. I do food in buckets. I can't pay the prices. Like I was over on Doomsday Queen and I went to the website where she buys the packaged meat and the freeze-dried stuff. I can't bring myself to pay retail. It just makes me sick to my stomach. So I do my own rice and beans in buckets. I do that long-term stuff, and I will probably end up buying a freeze dryer. Yeah. There's a sledgehammer head on your pegboard. It's been there too long. It needs a handle. That's funny because a guy gave me that and asked me to do it for him. It's not for a client because he doesn't pay me, but we're doing a barter. I do need to do that. How dare you? How dare you spot my projects and yeah. Mind your own business. God. Old Soldier says, I really like the LDS food prepping video. Yeah, the LDS manual. That video is kind of, it's getting a lot of views. I thought more people would know about it, to be honest. I thought, yeah. Mahoney, and we're live. Winter B says, winter garden prep, winter chicken prep, winterizing the home. I'm not any good at all those things. Noah's in the house. Are you a fireman yet, Noah? Where's civilian preparedness? Is he married yet? Where the hell is he? He put out his beige man video, so I can go ahead and make mine now. This is my gray man. I'm going for like outdoorsy Pacific Northwest guy. Do I look tactical? I don't feel like I look tactical. I gotta change my watch though. I bought some freeze-dried meat and used her coupon, 20% off. That's pretty good. Wasn't much better than nothing. I only have 4 to 5 people to provide for though. Yeah, was it? There was a pulled pork and it was like $40. Is that $40 for one bag? I guess it when it rehydrates, it makes it bigger, but still, I'm just doing my math in my head. I'm doing the math on a pork roast, and it's like, I can't do it. You know what your next streaming achievement should be? Hosting a live panel with OBS. Who is OBS? I feel like I should know that. Was looking into medical kits, medical supplies. Oh, Wayne, I feel like it's heresy for me to say this out loud, but yeah, I would probably put one together through Refuge Medical. I'm actually an affiliate for them, but if I had to pay for it, I probably wouldn't. I would probably piece together a kit from other sources. They make a really good kit. The bags are amazing. I might get dropped after this. We'll see. But if you can afford it, their medical it's really, really good. It's just expensive for some people, me included. So I'm grateful that I'm an affiliate for them. Good idea for a topic. Vehicle prep for the winter. Yeah, that's a good one. Do a vehicle prep. I'm gonna write that down. You might get a video, sir. I have a couple ideas coming out this week, but I don't want to. It sucks. I used to just give all my ideas away, but then people started stealing them. Refuge Medical. Yeah, that's a good one. Have I tried eating my long-term bucket food? No. Yeah. Canned food. I do a lot of canned food too. I know. My worry is that in 20 years, I'll open it and it'll be rotten and then we'll all starve to death. Blue Collar Prepper reporting for duty. What is up, my man? People's Republic of New Jersey. I'm going to start home pressure canning meat. Yeah, I know you can do eggs, right? You can pressure can meat and yeah, meat's the tough one, right? Vegetables are good, but Beats, Rhymes, and Knife is in the house. If you guys get a chance, go check out his channel. So it's kind of a new channel, smaller channel, but that name, Beats, Rhymes, Knife, I'll send something for free to anybody who can guess what that reference comes to. I always get in trouble when I do this, but that's a great reference. But that's a great channel too. He does a really good video on a bug out bag. We should do something together. Beats, Rhymes, Knife. Send me an email, man. I won't remember if you don't send me an email. Patriot Supply Stuff, main customer service in Virginia. I've bought some Patriot Supply stuff used, like at a yard sale. You might check Facebook Marketplace. Maybe not right now, but everybody's going to be, you won't find any for sale right now, but maybe in better times, which are never again. Bulk dried beans. You can get, there are some, they're not the best quality, but there are some brands in the stores that are like freeze-dried rice meals. Those are cheap. They're always cheap. They're probably high in sodium and other crap, but as far as survival food, like if you can't afford to do all the other stuff, I would just stock up on a bunch of that. Beats, Rhymes, Knife, if you go to my main page on your PC and you click on info, it should give you my email address on there. PAEMT, yeah, he's the one to ask about medical supplies. He's got a good list here. So he says Refuge Medical, North American Rescue, yep, first responders in your group. NAR provides a discount. Now that's a good tip. Thank you for your honest opinion. We'll be looking into Refuge Medical. Yep. I'm actually curious as to as to how an MTW panel would pan out. My job is to facilitate conversations. Like I teach adults. I'm a facilitator. So when I'm being interviewed, it never feels right. I was interviewed on one other channel and it felt kind of, it wasn't a conversation. I prefer to have a conversation. Whatever collaboration me and Doomsday Queen end up doing, I'm going to do my best. She's a boss woman. She's a boss lady, so she might, tell me what to do, but I'd like it to be conversational, not an interview. When you go into interview mode, it's always gross. It's like, "Oh, hello, Janice, how are you today?" And you put on your I just want to do a conversation with her, but we'll see. Look into ethnic foods area. They often have dried legumes. Meat is easy peasy to pressure can. I can pressure can 90% of my venison. Pressure can, is that similar to canning? Yeah, Beats. No problem, man. Good thing you're doing over there on your channel. I like it. Country prepping for 20%. Oh, just joined the party. Didn't get a notification today. Yeah, sorry. I think that's on your end. I don't think I do that. Noah says, seriously, do one. You mean a panel, Noah? Who set it up top? What's an OSB panel? What does that mean? Isn't that plywood? Like, what does that mean? Mahoney says he will sell you my information, Beats. I want a cut, Mahoney. I want 27%. 68%. I want 68%. Blue Collar Prepper says, Mike Tango Whiskey, I was able to buy 100 cases of Agassiz Farms with 20 years left on the X date from an estate sale for $1,000. Yes. Yeah, I found a Patriot Supply and it still had like half of its shelf life left. Yeah. I got a Harvest Right freeze dryer and rarely use it because it takes a long time and I'm always worried about my electricity usage. I feel that it's worth it for high value foods like meat. Yes. Good evening, everyone. What's up, 3D Scout, 3AD Scout? Beats says he can't afford it. Mahoney says I get 67%, 68%. Yeah, Doomsday Queen said that the freeze dryer uses like 6,500 watts. I had no idea. My wife would lose her mind if the electric bill went up that high. I have 3 friends who have freeze dryers. I should be like paying them something to freeze dry food for me. I think my neighbor has one. Are y'all ready for the great hunger wars of 2025 starting tomorrow? I thought it was on the 1st, Noah. You have inside intel? You're in Cali, right? Northern California? Is the looting starting tomorrow? Yeah, what a mess. And the worst part is I feel like they're doing it on purpose. I feel like they're letting it happen so they'll freak everybody the hell out. And then that way they can put troops on the streets, banish all the politics, and implement our nationwide biosecurity state because we'll all be desperate and begging for it. And then Jesus comes back. That's the timeline, people. Could you run a freeze dryer on solar? Man, I don't know. That's a lot of power. You'd need a lot of solar to do that, I think. I don't know the math on that, but Noah says the 27th is the last chance for Congress. Yeah. Backroads Nomad, what is up, my man? Summer days, bought all American pressure canner cooker. Approximately 25 years ago, it was pricey. However, a purchase I won't forget. So, all American pressure canner. How long does pressure canned meat last? EMT, pressure canner. That might be a good alternative, even if I got like 10 years out of it. If you get a freeze dryer, you must make sure you don't move it around much. They're finicky and touchy. I have one in the garage and I can't get it to work. Did you buy it? Did you buy like thousands of dollars, Little Red? and you can't get it to work. Let's see. You can. My friend who is all solar and off grid runs hers often and is now selling freeze dried meats in Mylar locally. Where's local? Tell me where that's at. Brad Wynn says it sucks because it hurts the ones who need it the most. Yeah. I know all the attention is on like the people threatening violence and all that, people in the city, whatever. But there's lots of old people on it too. There's a lot of people who use those benefits who are not like planning on looting. It's about time. Ditch Dog's been. Look, I was on Doomsday's Queens live, and then I had to feed my wife, and we were installing some closet doors, and I had to clean up out here. I finally did my axe, so I cleaned up all that mess. Nomad says you cannot run a freeze dryer on solar. It has to run for too long. Yeah, some of the meals are like 12 hours. It's crazy. It's about time. I've tried to use up my pressure canned venison within 5 years. That's long enough. I like that. Ditch Doc's in the house. Yep, my grandmother bought it for $1,200. We moved it twice and can't get it to seal or maintain vacuum. Oh, did you guys buy it used? That sounds like a used price. Pressure canned meat can last a very long time, 10 plus years, as we have kept it in a dark, cool place. I like that. Little Red says she calls BS. Ooh, yeah, let's have a fight in here. Ditch Dog had a Totsie. My son had a BB gun out, and the neighbor kid shot out the back window of the neighbor's truck. Had to fix it and clean it. You got to be careful, man. Like where I'm at, in my neighborhood, I think it's illegal to shoot a BB gun. Damn Red Ryder. It's like, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. Didn't you tell him that? Pressure canning and a water bath canner are pretty easy to learn. I bought both of those, several boxes of jars, turned it into a COVID project, teaching myself how to preserve food. Yeah. You can run a dehydrator on solar, but that's much different. Yeah. I think a dehydrator gets food down to like 95%, but then a freeze dryer gets it to like 98 or 99%. I forget. I might be wrong about those numbers, but Dish Doc says he did tell his kid he'd shoot his eye out, but the other kid ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Like, Ralphie! Little Red Hen says she's got 30 panels and I don't know how many batteries. That's a lot of panels. So she's completely off grid then, huh? All solar. Does everyone store a lot of water? I live in one of the largest freshwater springs in the country, as well as live by one of the largest freshwater springs. Am I being naive? You mean because you don't store water because you have access to that? I would still have some on hand. I would go on Miner Bird. I would go on Facebook Marketplace and look for water containers. Every once in a while, you'll find someone selling like 10 or 20 of them. And I'd at least have, depending on the size of your family, 100 gallons maybe to start. That's just for like using, not really drinking. Been for 8 years. I was typing the exact same thing. I read your comment. Yep. Yes. You guys got any sources for freeze-dried gluten-free foods? I have a daughter who's celiac. Beats Rhymes Live. Who can help him out? Yeah, well, that place that Doomsday Queen uses is pretty. Do I still have it up? I don't. It's pretty. They have pretty good quality food. I'd have to look if it's gluten-free though. You need to put one of those big thermometers. No, in my garage so you can see the temperature every time I post. No, because you'll know that I'm a wimp. I love the winter, but when I'm just sitting here, I get cold. So I look like it's cold outside. It's probably 50 degrees. I need a heater. My wife had one installed, but it doesn't work. Miner Bird, I only have stored water in the Midwest. The bodies of... Hey, Uncle OG's in the house. The Midwest, the bodies of water here are all tainted by agriculture runoff. Would have to distill the water constantly if I sourced it locally. Yeah, I mean, Miner Bird, if it's a spring, I think that's always fresh, right? But if other people know about it, if it's not a secret, I wouldn't count on it in an emergency. I'd still have some water on hand and maybe some way to filter that water. Little Red Hen says, for beets, you are better off doing it on your own for gluten-free or soy-free. Yeah. Or start buying them. I imagine some of the companies sell them too. Backroad says, I have 5 55-gallon steel drums of water. I will not use plastic. Little Red Head sends, she said she's going to find your page. Beats Rhymes Life. Knife. Spring is safe. 150 million gallons a day? What? Where are you at, Eden? 150 million gallons? That just sounds like a lot. Is that a normal? It's like a creek this wide. Yeah. Rainwater collection. I have a hunch that if it did get to doomsday, some people will get botulism from trying out things the internet without internet assistance. Lots of people will get botulisms, yeah. Montana. Ooh, I love Montana. Ditch dock. Okay, black and red pill was your idea. I'm glad you claimed that. So if I make a sticker, I'm writing that down. A lot of my ideas are coming from you, Ditch Doc. I should have you on. I can email Mike Tango Whiskey and he can share my email. Yeah, let's do it. Send you some fan art for a sticker. You were trying to give credit to someone else during the feelings report. How dare you? Well, I have a bad memory. Sorry. God, quit yelling at me. Well, they have, so country prepping has, don't keep water on hand. If the power goes out, we have a hand pump and we have a well, like well water. Backwoods Nomad Minor Bird, I too live at the Montana-Idaho border. Ooh, I've probably driven through your guys' area. I love me some Montana-Idaho area. Did you guys see this book that someone sent me? Look at this thing. I haven't looked at it yet. The writing is very small. It's going to be hard for me to read. Oh, you guys don't know about that yet, huh? Because my shield spill doesn't come out till Friday. But I'm new to prepping survival scene. TJ Davis. Well, welcome, TJ, to the prepping survival scene. It's very lame. I'm just kidding. Old Soldier lives in New England. We have water everywhere. Honestly, I don't store a lot of it. Yeah. You can go fill up from a lake or reservoir. Ditch Doc said it's redacted and backed. Yeah. My successes and failures while making people disappear. Gravity water purifier for around $200. Purifier or filter? I got yelled at. There's a difference between a purifier and a filter. I think Berkey is the way to go, but Berkeys were always stupid expensive. Now there's a bunch of companies making filters like the Berkey for less money. So I would look into those, Noah. You can get the smaller units, the little 2-gallon units, and you can find those filtration systems on Facebook Marketplace all the time. Now, the filters are going to cost you. The filters are kind of expensive, but to get the actual setup, you can find those on. I would look on Facebook Marketplace. Filter, yeah, Berkey style, yeah. Get a bunch of the Sawyers. Seriously, if you need to, get a bunch. So as long as you're near agriculture, the filter should be fine. Juice Almighty, Juice Almighty. Beats running. All right, y'all. I gotta bounce. Sorry I couldn't stay longer. All right, Beats. Have a good night, man. Oh, you got a new sub. What? Little Red Hen. If you're going to learn how to preserve food, buy the reference material at the same time. Oh, wait. PAEMT says, if canning, greatly suggest buying the all-new book of canning and preserving. Over 350 of the best canned, jammed, pickled, and preserved recipes. All new book of canning. Nice. Okay. Canada in the house. Norwolf, what is up? Noah, who lives in California, says Canada is a police state. Norwolf, what do you have to say about that? Come on, Cali's not that far from it. Just better weather. Electric relaxation, yeah. One hint. I don't know if anybody will get it, Beats Rhymes. That album was, so good. Norwolf, what's up with guns in Canada right now? It's like China up here. All right, Beats. You're getting close. Minor Bird, you were getting warm. You're getting warmer. All right, old soldier. Peace out. Tribe Called Quest. Noah got it. Of course Noah got it. The beige man has arrived. Civi Prep, are you married yet? Oh, shoot. I got to do my beige man video. Because now you've done yours, so I got to do mine. And give you credit for the concept. The beige man has arrived. Backroad says only rainwater or spring-fed water. That's a good idea. I have some springs near where I live. I should go just get my water from there. Uncle OG says, I'm working on a video titled Everything About SHTF Water Treatment in 5 minutes. I think I have everything from portable treatment to long-term storage and procurement. Any water tips to share? 5 minutes? OG, I don't know if that's long enough. Are you just going to talk really fast? 5 minutes is, whew. I'm trying to keep my videos to 15 minutes, and that's hard because I keep rambling. Whoa, Noah goes back to rhyme sayers, living legends, hieroglyphs. Brother, you are preaching to the choir. I'm an old hip-hop head, and house head, too. I was part of a hip-hop dance battle crew. Can you believe that? Norval says, did you figure out my old man in the soup comment? Seinfeld, yes! I knew it! I was going to guess that. Because I'm a Seinfeld freak. That's why it sounded so familiar. Yeah. Yeah, I use a Berkey. Mike was the ultimate gray man during the Hurt Feelings report. I almost didn't even notice him. Uncle OG says, yep, very fast. Okay, here's everything you need to know about purifying water. Just speed it all up. I've heard people have told me they speed my videos up because I talk too much. I feel like I already talk fast though. I need to focus on talking slower. Noah says we all ended up preppers, so all hip hop heads ended up preppers. Yeah, that's probably true. Civi Prep. Okay, everybody pay attention. Went on a date with her yesterday. We did not realize we are almost 5 years apart in age, with her almost 5 years older than me. Gotta keep searching. Why? How old are you? 5 years older? That's cake, bro. 5 years older. Why is that a deal breaker? Unless she's past childbearing age. For those that don't know, we've been trying to get civilian preparedness. He's got a channel on here too. We're trying to get him married. Yes. Yes, Noah, we are. We're trying to find a woman for Civi Prep. He went to church, found a woman, went on a date. You can't dump her yet, dude. 5 years older. Because if you didn't know that she was 5 years older, would you care? He's 15. Then it matters. Now I get it. Little Red Hen says, anyone heard of Bruce Beach? He was the guy who buried all the buses in concrete for a bunker in Canada? No, I've never heard of that. Evil Twins planning a test soon. Jackery solar, battery powered, portable electric burner. Use a pressure can or water bath. I don't know what that means. Civilian preparedness. Mahoney says, I have to say, men age like wine and women age like milk. Sorry, but thumbs up. I would not waste time on it. Let's see. Someone's got to know. I don't know, Little Red. I've never heard of that guy. Well, who's in? Someone's in here from Canada. They must know. He spent a small fortune burying buses in concrete. Is it still? It must still be there. Like nobody's gonna dig that up, right? What's harsh, minor bird? The Look, I'm only concerned with one woman. That's my wife. But I find that the quality of everything goes up as we age. I don't know, man. You got some splaining to do, Civi Prep. Where you at? True. People think I'm 29 to 32, and I'm a crisp 50. Noah, you're 50? 51? Yeah, I'm 52. Not 52, I'm 50 also. I don't feel like I'm 50, though. Little Red Mahoney says, wasn't he on Doomsday Preppers? That sounds like a story that would be on Doomsday Preppers. Nobody believes me unless I show my ID. Yeah, he was the one on Doomsday Preppers. Little Red, you're approaching 50, so what are you like? Yeah, 48, 49. Most of my audience is right in that like 35 to 55 range. You knew him, Little Red? Have you been in the bunker? Have you been inside of there? You can YouTube that episode. Yeah, Minor Birds 53, yes. So you did know him, wow. Code Red Trauma. Were you over in Doomsday Queens talk too? I feel like I saw you over there. Not in person, but over the phone. Okay. Hatched in 71. Yeah. Is she still on? Ditchstock is 43, but he identifies as a 28-year-old. Yeah. I feel like I'm not a day over 49. No, I feel like I'm 40. I feel pretty good. I'm in pretty good shape. I feel good. Backroads is 61. Everybody thinks he's in his early 50s. I don't know if there's a whole lot of difference there. She was when I left, but wrapping up, yeah. I got to admit, MTW, I'm having anxiety about being in forming my homestead and survival group. Being behind, at 50? Yeah, you and me both, brother. Maybe, you know, I was thinking, like, this channel is great, right? I love doing this. It's fun right now. But if all that happens is a little bit of extra money each month, it's helpful. Like, that's helping me be better prepared. But I wonder if a better purpose for a channel like this is for it to develop into something real, like an actual community. I've been thinking a lot about that because that's the goal of every prepper. It really is. And you know, we got a bunch of like-minded people all over the country. Like there's got to be a way to do it instead of us all wanting the same thing. None of us can afford it, and we just talk about it, you know, day after day, week after week, and then everything collapses, and we're all just sitting here with our thumbs up our butt like we were before. Like it seems like a waste. Civi Prep. Okay, without giving exact ages, let's just say I was in middle school while she was graduating high school. Bro, 5 years ain't nothing. It's nothing. Everybody who's on here, what is the maximum age difference that would be a deal breaker for you? And assuming everybody, all the examples are past 20. Civi Prep, did you mention reptiles? That's what really happened, isn't it? You were like, Reptiles, reptiles. And then she walked out. Oh, my wife and I are 10 years apart. Yeah. Mahoney says, no Kool-Aid, please. Mike Tango Whiskey, when you hit 100,000, do you keep your day job or just go YouTube full time? I don't know. It depends on how much money. I make decent money right now in my job, so it would have to surpass that. And even then, I don't know. Yeah, this YouTube has to pay me more than my job. Otherwise, I'm not quitting my job. I have a great job. Civi Prep says no, but she mentioned reptiles. Bro, I need to call you. I need to talk to you on the phone. We need to Zoom. She mentioned reptiles, and she's 5 years older than you, so you got brother. Ditch Doc, my wife is 7 years older than me. Yeah. Little Red Hen is married to a man 5 years younger than me. Not me, her. 5 years younger than her. Her son and I were co-workers. I dated a 60-year-old when I was 45. 15 years, yeah. 10 years was my number, yeah. No, minor bird. You might be relatively new to the chat. We mean reptiles like the human kind of reptiles, like the ones that the Drakars or whatever that live in the Middle Earth and drink blood and rule the world. Backroads always dated older women. The oldest was 18 years older. Yeah. Age difference is a mutual issue for both of us. Oh, okay. You could. She takes a little more. You just got to show up like in a bow tie or something, you know? Like a monocle. And be like, just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I was hopeful, bro. That would have been the success story for this channel. Like if it all falls apart tomorrow. Little Red Hen says, you guys mean retired cougars. Look, it's a mindset, not a number. Yeah. A monocle like the Planner's Peanut Man. Yes, it makes you look very mature. Or wear tweed or something. I don't know. Mr. Peanut. Delectable dysentery, significant other is 9 years my senior. Yeah, age is only a number. Believe me, you'll be much happier with an older woman. I know from experience. Hey, this is a family channel. Little Red Hen says she can say that because she's a chick. Yeah, you can. She can get the senior discount before you. Hey, you're not helping PA EMT. If you live long enough to get old, you're lucky. Yeah. Jeremy Wenninger. Back to your idea. Yes, let's create some sort of location where we can connect with each other. What do you mean, like a physical piece of property? Like people drive there or fly out? G-Ball's in the house. What's up, G-Ball? I bought a new knife, man. It's a cheap one, though. It's a Firebird Gonzo, $25. My mom told me that women don't grow a brain until they hit 30. No, I think that's men. I have boys and girls, and the girls definitely mature faster, like mentally. MTW, it's funny how I never hear bug out guys talk about having anti-venom for snake bites. Yeah, I guess. Do a Discord? Minor bird. So Discord is just kind of like this. Good choice for a budget blade, though. Yeah, it's fun. I love it. It's my third one. The FH922. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, like a signal. What do you guys think? Jeremy says app, signal page, etc. Not a physical place. Oh, okay. I was like, where? What's the address? Let's all go there right now. CV Prep says, that's all right. I've been going to church for only a couple weeks and already got a date with a girl who doesn't trust the government. Yes! At this rate, I'll have another one. That's a good attitude, brother. Get right back out there. That's right. Good talk, man. Talk with Doomsday Queen about Discord. I'm in hers. Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to connect soon, so I'll I mean, I know about Discord. Isn't the isn't the government looking at Discord? Shouldn't it be on Signal or something? Although then I think the CIA started Signal too. We're screwed either way. It doesn't matter. Backroad says, I'm working with a couple of friends of mine on a piece of property for self-reliance gathering. Yeah. No, it's a platform where you can organize groups and topics. Yeah. Been to a few preparedness rendezvous and meetups, one in NC, one in Ohio. Vision Preparedness does ones every year. Yeah, I heard Bear Independent talking about that too. Schmuckatelli! Schmuckatelli's in the house. I have land and we could meet up in Arkansas. Country prepping. I probably won't drive to Arkansas. Backroads is in central Montana. That's a little bit closer. Code Red Trauma says Signal for sure. Yeah. I have Signal. I have Signal for a few friend groups that I've got. Minor Bird says we're all on a list. Yeah, that's probably true. G-Ball says, you may think they don't care about us little guys, but they care. Come on, G-Ball. I'm already paranoid enough. We could make a spot in northwest Wyoming. North, south, east, west. Northwest Wyoming. Yeah, that's pretty close. You have land there or something, Little Red? Which is worse, being on an American government list or a Canadian government list? Well, I don't think they have any jurisdiction over us, do they? Kanan says, how often do you shoot, Mike? Not often enough, Kanan. Lots of dry fire. I'm cheap and I don't have a lot of time. It's a bad combination for shooting. Code Red Trauma says, Survival Dispatch on Signal has a lot of sit reps. Okay. Survival Dispatch. Zivvy Prep says, got to move to Montana to find the prepper girls. Yeah, probably. LPP Actual. Hey, Mike Tango Whiskey, did you start a local rucking group or something? Any tips on how to start something locally for purposes of training? Something like PNW Guerrilla? Yes, I did. I did start a rucking club. I also had a workout group in my neighborhood. I just started posting things on boards, and I made sure it was very visible where people could see us like jumping around in the snow and like doing push-ups and crap. And men just started showing up. It was pretty cool. Noah says, I know that I'm on some type of list. I had an FFL passport and a cage DUNS number. Yeah. Canadians are likely worse, as they may be in French. Never know what they say, laugh out loud. All good, man. I'm just trying to catch up to you. We have our second child on the way. Not as many as you, but I'm trying. Yeah, if you're, I meet a lot of people that should be having children who aren't, so good on you. And I meet a lot of people who probably shouldn't be having kids who are. So it's like idiocracy, right? Colin Miller's in the house. What's up, Colin? I do want to get some training locally. I feel like I'm on an island. Yeah. You just got to be enthusiastic, man. I mean, the rucking group, we were up to, man, some days we had like 35 people. It was pretty cool. Plus, it's a low bar. It's not that very hard to like get people out walking. Rucking is a good way to do it. Workout groups are intimidating. Like doing burpees in the snow, there's only a few guys that'll show up for that. But the rucking group, we had families, we had men, we had women. It was good. Ditch Doc says, keep pounding away. Is that family planning advice, Ditch Doc? That's really all it takes. It's not that hard and it doesn't take that long. It's pretty easy. Dude, that's awesome. I love rucking. Yeah. Country Prep has 3 kids and 4 foster kids. What? Good. Ditch Doc is giving medical advice in the chat to anybody who's trying to start a family. He says, keep pounding away. It's a prescription. Like a doctor writes that. He's like, candlelight and wine. Kids are so cool. Life has become much cooler with them. Yeah, kids are great. They keep you young and they make you older somehow. What? It's not that hard. You guys are out of control. PAEMT, you are going off the rails, sir. Country Prep, thank you for the foster kids. I was one of those. Yeah, that's cool. Mead, please. I love this treatment option. Like, is it covered by insurance? Oh, shoot. You guys want to see my bag? Probably not. I joined the Cool Kids Club. I got a Vertex EDC, the 20 liter ready pack. I think it's a winner. I'm gonna be using it all week, and I'll make a video on it at the end of the week. But I think I wish it was like 5 liters bigger, but I think it's gonna work for what I want it for. An EDC bag and a get home bag. So I'm gonna do a video where I dump everything out of both and see where there's overlap and see if I can fit it all into one bag. So. New Era Podcast says, hey, I just want to salute you on how fast you're growing this channel. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. We're still moving in the positive direction, and I'll keep going as long as, even if it stops, I'd still do it. But cool stuff. Thank you. Are you a podcaster? Do you have a podcast on here? Go to channel. Let's see. Hey, there you are. Look at you. 9 videos. Real men have real conversations. I just subscribed, sir. How about that? How about them apples? Do you like apples? How about them apples? Have you ever picked up a generator? Maybe do a video on that. I have a gas 3800 generator. It looks like a DJI 1000 generator I can use to get the house to. Yeah, I have a big gas one, and then that company sent me the Mega 2. It's not really a generator though, but. Should I get my ruck bag from Temu? I don't know, probably. Not another backpack? Yes. I also shipped out like 7 backpacks. I gave away 7 backpacks. Gnostic was on a panel. What panel were you on that was more important than our live, Gnostic? Minor Bird says, I'm new to prepping. Do you keep passports and other paperwork in a go bag? Yeah. All important documents. I don't do passports, but we have important documents in a bag. Yeah, a fireproof bag. It's the one bag that goes first. Kids are great. Grandkids are the best. Yeah, I'm not there yet. My kids aren't producing any grandchildren yet. Code Red says, does everyone have a go bag for each member of your family? We do. Tactical Muffin Tops panel, we were covering the coming food stamp struggles. Gnostic, we're conversing pretty regularly through email. Do you have a channel? It says go to channel. Am I not subbed to your channel? You're right here. Why am I not subbed? Now I'm subbed. Constitutionalist, 2A defender, freedom advocate, homesteader, 20-year carpenter, conspiracy realist. I love it. I'm on there, Nomad. I'm with you, buddy. I just saw a comment come over my screen that says, yep, we're screwed, 3 exclamation points. Tactical Muffin Top. Can you get me on that panel, Gnostic? Yes, get me on another channel. I've only done one collab with one person. I've talked to Idaho Prepper. He's not posting as often, though. He was sick for a while. And then Doomsday Queen, we're supposed to do something, but yeah. When is everybody decorating for Christmas? On Halloween. We put our Christmas tree up on the night of Halloween. I know I'm going to lose some subs for that, but that's when we do it. Norwolf. Ditch Doc's in a backpack quandary. Okay, going back to an older one, but it's not fitting the bill. Trying not to spend retail money on one that may end up doing it. Yeah. Ditch Doc, what are your needs for your backpack? I'm telling you, man, I went back to my JanSport after I spent $250 on that stupid simple backpack. When I hit 20,000, I'm gonna give that simple backpack away. That's a $250 backpack. I will ship that to somebody on if and when I hit 20,000. J Strange Pork says, thoughts on putting an armor plate in the backpack? Could carry the bag for a makeshift vest. I make my kids carry a level 3 plate in their backpacks to school, but outside of that, I'm like, I don't carry one normally. I rely on my legs. Noah's on that backpack. You know the one I'm talking about, Noah? The simple commuter bag or whatever? G-Ball says Roaring Fire. Yeah, Roaring Fire sent me another email. They offered to send me something, and I asked for something else, and they never responded. So I wonder if I insulted them. I didn't mean to, but Noah says dibs. I can talk to some people something up. Keep an eye on your email. Yes, sir, I will, Gnostic. Thank you. Noah says, I'll take it. No, I was talking about doing a giveaway at 20,000. I can't just give it to you. Maybe I could. I don't know. I'll do what I want. 511 Rush bags are on sale right now, Ditch Doc. I can't quit my Rush 12 no matter how hard I try. If you don't mind the tactical look, they're solid classic bags. Yeah, those are very, very popular bags. I wonder how good that sale is. The 12, the 24, and that is it the 36, I think? Legs cannot outrun a bullet. I know, that's true. Wherever I'm at though, especially at work, I'm in a pretty protected place. Like I would very likely hear shots before I was in immediate danger. Code Red Trauma says I need a bigger pack for my get home bag. I'm thinking this Ready Pack X packs like a 25 liter. I think 25 to 30 liters is the perfect size for EDC and get home, all in one bag. That's what I'm, yeah. I'll finish this live in the morning. Good night, Little Red. Thanks for hopping over. Have you tried using the solar panel to charge your solar generator? I have. So I had a semi-cloudy day, a partly sunny day, and I laid it out for 3 hours, and it didn't charge it at all. I got nothing. So I didn't want to like post a video saying, "Oh, this sucks," but it's been cloudy and rainy since then. So maybe I don't know if it has to be sunny. I need to make sure that I'm not doing it wrong, but which is possible. Yeah, Ditch Doc says he's looking around 30 liters. Maxpedition right now, Mystery Assault. Looking at some of the Eberly Stocks bags like the Bandit or the Switch. I had a Switchblade. Yeah, the Switchblade. That's the one you're talking about. Switchblade is, I think, 30 liters. If you can tolerate the size, it felt big. It felt big. Whereas, let me show you. Like this one. Like this is the Vertex Base Camp. And it's supposed to be 30 liters, I think. But it just feels big. This thing is like 6 inches taller than the Ready Pack. The Ready Pack is a great size. So I think maybe like, I don't know. This one feels gigantic. I couldn't EDC this. This is like a turtle shell, you know? But it's a little bit too big. I think 30 is the good sweet spot though. Like a GR2, I almost coughed out the money for it. I'm glad I didn't because I bought groceries instead, but gotta go before I turn into a pumpkin. All right, Scout. Good night, Minor Bird. I know this is late for a lot of people. Backroad says, with all the shooting happening, I would not be out in a crowd without armor in my pew. I agree with that. I wouldn't be in the crowd. I would not be in the crowd. Ditch Doc says, I'm 6'3" and 315. I like a bigger bag. Well, you're a big boy, Ditch Doc. Holy shoot. So that might be good. This right now, so this is the, they're discontinuing this. This is the Base Camp by Vertex. And right now on their website, it's, I think I paid $175. It's usually like $250 or something. It's got that panel deal, and then the only thing I don't like is you have to buy all the accessories, you know, to do all the stuff inside of there. But this might work for you, man. You might want to check this out. They still have them on their website. It's a pretty good discount right now. Tactical Muffin Top. We were just talking about you, man. Tactical Muffin Top. It's a great name. I love that name. Am I subscribed to you? I am not. Now I am subscribed to you, Tactical Muffin Top. Gnostic Nomad. Civi Prep, I don't leave my house without level floor plates. Were you wearing them on the date? Maybe that's the problem. Civi Prep's like, hey, what's up? Do you wear your thing too? Do you wear your on your dates? That's pretty based. You go out in full armor vest. Oh. Tactical Muffin Top is awesome, MTW. Okay. Stay vigilant, get fit, stack wood, build a trust, work together. Yes, sir. I'll do all of those things tonight. Could go on Expert Voice or GovX for some better deals on gear. Yeah. Civi Prep says, I'm frequently in a location that's next door to a DHS immigration facility. Yeah, I might be in level 4 plates too. Yeah. Oh, Backwoods Nomad says, even grocery shopping or other shopping, you'll be in a crowd nowadays. You never know when or where somebody will pop off. Yeah. I mean, it's always possible. I try and stay, I think situational awareness, I'm going to make a video about that, but I think situational awareness will get you 80% of the way to safety. You know, paying attention when it is totally possible out of the blue, nowhere, but yeah. Brad Wynn says he's tall too. Tall bags are good for him. That's good. Noah says they call us crazy. They call the U.S. Us crazy and laugh at us, but I guarantee that we'll be the ones laughing last. Flashbangs are the best EDC. Level 4 plates and flashbangs for EDC. Gnostic says he just noticed. Oh yeah. What? As soon as you guys said that, I went to eBay and bought one. It's like $15. Ditch Doc says, well, check that one out. Yeah, I usually keep it at least level 3A soft panels in my bags. Yeah, that's not a bad idea because they're pretty light too. Civi Prep says, I went on my date with my AR slung under a trench coat while wearing my balaclava. I think it made her fall in love immediately. I told her it was in case of the reptiles. What kind of backpack is Yukon carrying? It's a leather satchel. It might be like a nut sack or a... it might be a Roaring Fire. I don't know. It's a Filson. It's probably a Filson. TJ said, I had friends unfriend me. They said I was crazy. Yeah, it happens, man. Noah says flashbangs and plates. Probably mandatory for Oakland, right, Noah? Yeah, Oakland's rough, man. It was rough 25 years ago. I can't imagine now. Civi Prep says the ATF is gay. I'm sorry, the AFT. The AFT is gay. I have the same Yukon Cornelius. Do you really? It was my oldest son's. And, I gave away those backpacks that I sent out. I put Nalgene's in them and compasses too. So the little compasses are all in there. When you make a Cornelius sticker, I want full credit. All right, I changed the name of my channel today because Yukon Whiskey freaked me out with all the digital security talk, but it was me. You will get full credit. That's funny. Mike Tango Whiskey, your new hat is drifting away from Cornelius and leaning towards Graham Chapman's King Arthur and Monty Python's The Holy Grail. Yukon open carried in the North Pole. He's one of us. Yeah. Does he have a gun? Oh, of course they didn't put that on there. Yeah. Well, look, this is part of my gray man theory. I think knitted gear it's performance gear. Keeps you warm, lets you breathe. It's cheap, it's abundant, and it doesn't look tactical. Grandma's gloves and hat, I'm telling you. Civi Prep, not sure where you are or if you hunt, but if I went on a blind date and a guy brought 10 pounds of elk, maybe that would help instead of bringing flowers. Backroad says, okay, people, we need to send Mike Tango Whiskey more compasses. Yeah, yeah, I almost bought some. Chainmail. Oh, it looks like chainmail. Yeah, a little bit, huh? He does in the cartoon, a wheel gun. I have my wife's crochet in my kit. Yes. Yeah, Beige Man. That's right. Crediting, full credit, trademark, Civi Prep, the Beige Man. I'm going to make some recommendations in my Beige Man video on some, because what's funny about Gray Man is we're all super tactical, and then we buy gear made by tactical companies that not supposed to look tactical. But if you know, guys, people who we should be worried about, I think, would know, right? I was at work and I was coming out of the gym and I saw a guy with a polo shirt and khakis, but he had an Eberly stock big trick on, or little trick on. So from 50 yards away, I was like, now, he probably didn't have a weapon in there, but I knew that this was a gun guy from 50 yards away. And who should he be worried about? Other gun guys, right? Or like law enforcement? I don't know. I have a lot to say about that. I'll save it for the video, but I have some ideas on get home stuff to look. I don't think it's possible to be invisible. I think their only hope really is for people to be ignored, to be seen and completely and instantly disregarded. And I think there's some things that we can do better about that. But this looks Viking. Mike Tango Whiskey is half Mexican, half Viking Yukon Cornelius. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think we know these people. Most of the people have no clue. Yeah, like the people who have no clue are still going to have no clue. So those aren't the people we're trying to convince that we're not dangerous, or I don't know. There's a lot to be explored there. Schmuckatelli, Everly stock bando bag would be a bad idea. It's a great bag, but I know one when I see one. I was at a park picnic, and a guy had one, and I was like, he was like, what? I was like, nothing. I know what's in there, right? He knows what's in there. I know what's in there. That's why the Trijicon sticker is on my fridge, and the first thing you see when you break in my house and not on my car. Yeah. Yeah, or on your car, it's like Magpul. Then you know he's a GWAT veteran. Well, plus because he has like a Master Sergeant sticker on his truck too. Oh. Funny you say that. Quite a few people used to sweat I was an undercover cop. Yeah, we just have the look, right? Can we get a Yukon with a sombrero? You mean for him? Now that I could trademark. Yukon Cornelius with a sombrero. That would confuse the hell out of people. That's funny. Civi Prep, some average people can be surprisingly smart and observant. Yes, a guy at my office noticed I was carrying because he saw my belt clip. He's not even a gun guy. It was a wake up for me. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we give people enough credit. We don't. People are smart. People are smarter than we give them credit for. We think we're being sneaky, and when we trade, like, you know, when we switch from North Face to this bag, we're like, whoa, that's totally Gray Man. And no, it's not. It's not Gray Man, right? People are like, what's that giant, what's this for over here? What is this? What's that pull tab for? Yeah. People are smarter than you give them credit for. They'll figure it out. I slung a bando bag one time with my carry gun in it at work, and people even asked me what was in it. They all knew, but nobody wanted to confront me on it. Yeah, it was an NPE. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to look. There's some tactics you can use, I think, to throw people off the scent. Even the colors, especially like, I don't want to get into it. I'm going to ruin my video. Dang it, you guys are tricking me. Didn't Yukon Cornelius flip a pickaxe? Mike Tango Whiskey, you need a pickaxe. You're late to the party, brother. I have one, but I'm not digging it out. I put all my axes in front of it already. So it's There's a pickaxe back there, but yeah. Yeah, Candace Crow ditch doc. That would make so many people. The sombrero on Yukon Jack. That would make so many more Mike Tango Whiskey, the racist comments. Yeah, 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 it sure would. People go, what is that? Yeah. Mike Tango Whiskey, is a ferro rod supposed to look all scratched up or just one scratch? You mean like, are you supposed to rotate it as you do it? There's kind of, you got to get through that coating to get it to work. I don't know. Depends on how much you use it. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter where you use it. I feel bad for the guys that are wearing fanny packs to hold their wallets and keys. All the gun bros in the world, assuming they are carrying. Winter is definitely an easier time to carry. Yes, when I do carry, not often, but probably about a third of the time. So I can't carry at work, but when I'm off duty or on the weekends, I will carry probably 30% of the time off body, like in a bag, in my backpack, you know? So I don't know. I rely on my situational awareness a lot. I'm always eyes up, you know, checking things out. Like if something looks sketch, I'm not going that direction. Yeah, who was it? Black Scout Survival. He's got a live going right now too. But in there, he put out this fanny pack, this chest pack, you know, and it was but it's a multicam black, you know, and like he is always wearing like grunt gear. He's all jacked and he's got like a patch hat on, and you know, so when he's got this right here, like, dude, that's a gun. Look, what are you doing? Stay away from Walmart after November 1st. Yeah, maybe. I see a fanny pack. I assume they're carrying. Yeah, Mike Tango Whiskey. If you do not go as Yukon for Halloween, I will have to unsubscribe. What are the 68%? That's us, Seth. We are 68 percenters. What do y'all think is the next few weeks, Totsi or SHTF? Oh, God, man, I don't know. There's so much to worry about. During the winter, I prefer to carry my 12 gauge in my pants. Civvy prep. Your 12 gauge in your pants. Yeah, me too. When my best friend and I go to our concerts, I always make sure she's in front of me as we enter. Yeah, Seth, central part of the bell curve of preppers who aren't operators or bushcraft ready. That's a good, succinct summation there. Kenneth, thank you. 68% not Canadian, not Canadian prepper. Yeah, Totsi is drama local only. Yeah. Noah says, but also shout out to Canadian prepper. It's hard to argue with what he's done. Yeah, Doomsday Queen is, she knows him too. Most of my non-t-shirt tops are big Hawaiian shirts, super easy to carry under there. Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't, nobody assumes that that's what you're doing, right? Kanan Brown says, Civvy Prep, just seen your videos yesterday. Great stuff. Nice. You can carry a POM OC spray into a concert. I went to one recently and they did not detect it with the metal detector. What's POM OC? What's POM? Normies that have a prepper mindset with less than 10,000 in preps. Ditch stock, that's a pretty good, that's probably a pretty good thing. The missus likes to carry a double-barreled Ford 10 Derringer. What? The idea that I'm walking around with a lady carrying defensive shotgun loads, that's hot. That is hot. A 410 Derringer? Is it spring-loaded like in her sleeve? Like, that would be cool. That's funny. Warrior Poet Way. Yo, what's up, you Warrior Poet? For a second, I thought you were the Warrior Poet. I was like, dude, what is he doing? And Derringer. Yeah, my dad had a Derringer. I used to love those little guns. What kind of gloves do you prefer? Mechanics, got to be something you can pull a trigger with. Uh, Mostly mechanics, whatever's cheap. Like in the winter, though, I wear pretty thin gloves to maintain some dexterity. I rely on my jackets to keep my hands warm most of the time. It's the Bonds Arm Grizzly, sexy little flip gun. The one that kind of cracks open like that. I love those things. Palm is the maker of the spray. Okay, so it's an OC spray. Okay. Gnostic says the best gloves are this brand called Calluses. Calluses, huh? Now, Gnostic, is that for shooting or is that for normal wear? Because in my mind, whatever you shoot with should be what you keep your hands warm with in the winter too, right? It's like, hold on, bad guy. You just wait right there, mister. Any second now, this is going to get bad for you. Like, concealing a shotgun has that about to knock off a liquor store vibe. Or, Noah, or it means, oh, shoot. Who went back to save Sarah Connor? John, yeah. What was his name? His name's escaping me. My memory's terrible. Remember, he wore a shotgun under his, he saved the world, Noah. Oh, since OC spray is in an aluminum container, it's often undetected. That's good intel. I make calluses on your skin. I don't wear gloves. Gnostic. I was like, what brand is that? I wrote down the brand, Gnostic. I was like, calluses brand. That's funny. I got him to write down calluses. Kyle Reese. Thank you, Schmuckatelli. Dang it. Kyle, yeah. Kyle Reese went back to save Sarah Connor. Yes, thank you. That's what you need is a gray trench coat, a shotgun, and some high top Nikes. Alex says the great thing about a 410 pistol is also take 45 long Colt, great anti-bear rounds. Oof. My preferred gloves are white latex with splash red stains. I usually pair this with a long black trench coat in the winter months. You're trying to find a wife, Civvy. You got to take it down a notch. Blue latex gloves is the way to go. To clarify, I make sure my friend is in front of me in case something happens. I can cover them or grab them in case something happens. Most of our concerts are in Detroit. Yeah, TJ, when you posted that, I thought for a second, I was like, for cover? Like a team, like a SWAT team going in? That's funny. Mike Tango Whiskey, do you have an SOCP dagger? If not, they're one of the best protection blades. I don't know what an SOCP dagger is. How do you know that they're the best protection blade? I watched Jay Strange also wrote down calluses. Now we got to start a glove company called Calluses. That's not a bad name for a glove company, actually. Oh, wait, Schmuckatelli just said it. That's so funny. Dagger, except Alex says, there are fanny packs that are cut to accept SOCP dagger. Double duty, I'm totally not on the gray man front. If you wear purple latex, you can play good cop, bad cop. Oh my gosh. Dang it, MacGyver. I knew I opened the door for that. You'll get royalties. Thank you, Gnostic. Or Gnostic, Schmuckatelli will give Gnostic royalties. I want to get a fiberglass or carbon fiber blade so I can have a blade at a concert too. Yeah, I don't go to concerts. This live is about to hurt my wallet. Oh, shoot. Oh, this has been a good one. Dirty jokes and guns and... Oh, shoot. I've been training in MA combative since '69. I've trained with about every type of blade. SOCPs are the best. See, I'm not trained in combatives, man. A knife fight, to be honest, scares the crap out of me. I've seen some really bad videos of knife fights ending like you would imagine a fight ends. I don't want to fight anybody with a knife. I know carrying like an EDC fix. I used EDC to fixed blade for a while. Not, I did carry a defensive fixed blade for a while, but that's because it's what YouTube told me to do. I don't know how to knife fight, so I don't know why I would do that. In the woods, I carry a small fixed blade in addition to my pocket knife, but yeah, it's not like on what's that Steven Seagal Siege Under Siege where they're like. I don't think anybody. I don't think that's a knife fight. I don't think that really happens. Nobody wins in a knife fight. Yeah, it's just slower death. It's really gruesome. It's terrible. I watched one video where a guy was like he overtook him and he was like on the ground. He had this big like a kitchen knife and was like right here. Just good. Almost made me barf. I'd rather be in a gunfight than a knife fight for sure. Yes. As they say, if you win in a knife fight, you get to die in the ambulance instead of the street. Never get in a knife fight. Yes. Yes. I am. Yeah. I knew it the first time I saw a really intricate knife fight in a movie. I was like, I don't think, it's like a kung fu fight, but with blades. It's just, yeah. I'm not sure I buy it. I wear mechanics gloves, slit the trigger finger under the first knuckle. Oh, okay. Like leave your trigger finger out. The prepping algorithm took me to a channel called Kyle Hates Hiking. Plenty of national park horror stories. Yes, I know that channel. Backroad says you don't need to know how to knife fight. You only need to know how to stab the vital areas when confronted by a thug. Backroads, I don't want to do that. Knife fights don't really happen. It's typically just a stabbing. Yeah, I've heard of tons of stories of stabbings. The only time I heard of a knife fight was in a movie. The ideal fight in my position is where I have a gun and the other guy has a knife. Yes, right? What was that movie with Sean Connery? The I need to quit quoting things that I can't remember. The Untouchables. Is it The Untouchables? Yeah. MTW is Hispanic, so does the knife fight stereotype hold true? How dare you? No, it doesn't, because I can't knife fight. I will never consider that, yeah. The Beat It video. Yeah. A little switchblade. I need a switchblade. Like in all the movies. Indiana Jones. Yeah. A sword fight. Yeah. Backroad says, so what would you do if a thug approached you and threatened your family? Well, hopefully I'd be armed. And I probably wouldn't be on that street or near that guy. There can be only one, the Highlander. Nailed that one. Yeah. I know it's sometimes inevitable, Backroads, but yeah. It's a tough one. Hopefully I was armed. We're all armed in here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right now, we're all armed. I want to have a drink tonight. Civi Prep says, dude, my ideal weapon against a grizzly bear is a buck knife. Not because I'm likely to survive, but if I did survive, I would want it to be a bad A story. Yeah. Yeah, we have superior numbers. My family on the street is not an easy target. It's a hard target for sure, especially my boys now because they've all gotten taller. All right, Mahoney.